Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. Happy Friday the 13th. Chat is up and running. Friday the 13th. It's here. Still no breaking news in the Nancy Guthrie. She still has not been rescued. Her kidnappers have not been caught. The ransom has not been paid. None of it looks good. Okay. Monday's President's Day. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. And today, Crumbelina saved my day. My friend Crumbelina came to my rescue. Dealing with the state of Michigan can be a pain in the butt. And it takes somebody like Crumbelina with her tenacity to beat them to death with their own rule book. Okay? That's what it boils down to. 3 different times we were on the phone. She's on her computer. 3 different times she said, "Let me reread this." In 30 minutes, she managed to do what I couldn't do in 3 weeks. Exactly. She's my hero. Unfortunately, she's just a friend. I'll probably try to take her to lunch tomorrow or something, We'll go up, get some Chinese or something, Well, I got to reward her for helping me. It's not like she's on staff, she's a friend. So what's going on today? What do you guys want to talk about? I'm sorry, I'm smoking a cigarette. That's your proof I'm not AI. AI don't smoke. Speaking of AI, some of it's getting good. I'm just saying. I just saw a AI generated fight between Tom Cruise and what's his name? Brad Pitt. The whole thing was AI. I couldn't tell. Seriously. Charlie, all right. Welcome back. How's school going? Marvelous. Do you get time off for the holiday on Monday? President's Day? Does anybody get that day off? All right. Well, good for you. Enjoy your long weekend. Do you have Valentine's Day plans? I do not. Good for you. Good for you. I was thinking, one of my ex-wives might call me or something. No, that's not going to happen. I wouldn't spend any more money on them anyways. It is 38 degrees out here. Half our snow is melted. We still got about 6 inches on the ground. I'm in Michigan. 38 degrees on the 13th of February. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be outside. It's that nice out. But I like doing this. I mean, it's not a bad thing. Skiing, yeah, I could see that. Perfect day for it. As long as you got a base to ski on. We've got one day next week that's supposed to be up to 50 degrees. So I'm ready for spring, man. I'm wintered out. Personal opinion. So did you get a new class to fill in for the one that ended? Keep that schedule full. Get them credits, man. Did I tell you about my granddaughter? She's in her senior year of high school. She is 3 credits short of an associate's degree. She's going to be going to UNR, University of Nevada, Reno. She got a partial scholarship there. I'm super proud. She's all set. She goes in August. My son, my oldest, her father, he's having separation anxiety already. Yep. I told him don't have a midlife crisis. He's got to start having a social life again. His whole world is centered around her, and now she's leaving. Seriously. This girl ain't messing around, and I am really, really super proud. And an acting class sounds cool to me. I would get into an acting class. I actually took one when I was in Vegas. Trying to think of who taught the class. Oh, I can't think of his name now. I'm drawing a blank. He was in the Jurassic Park stuff. Tall, skinny guy with brown hair. Gosh, I can't remember his name. He was a nice enough guy, but the class sucked. But I was glad I took it. I never did anything with acting, but it interests me. Are you guys putting on any kind of a production? Yeah, empty nest parents are a trip. They have to find other activities, things to do with their time. And that actor that taught that class, that'll come to me sometime before the end of the stream. It's because I smoke so much pot. It just takes a while to reopen those memory files. Right now, my brain is buffering real hard. Afternoon chats, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A free show. The guest stars of this show are actually the people in the chat. They determine what we talk about. They are the stars of the show. I'm just a placeholder. I'm barely here. I'm pretty much a ghost. No midstream ads, no commercials, no sponsors. I'm not trying to chase you down and tackle your wallet. I'm not running for political office. I am not trying to become an online influencer. I am not coming out with a line of merch. Okay. My advice to you guys is come out with your own line of merch. Okay. Hey, come out with a line of merch. Open up something on Etsy or Spotify or one of those outfits and just let it sell. People are always looking for merch, always looking for clothes, hats, jackets. Everybody but me. I don't buy any of that crap. I don't wear anything with a logo on it. Well, it used to piss me off when I worked for the casino. They'd get some giant gaudy button and they'd say, here, wear this on your chest. I'd tell them, I'm not your billboard. Put it on your chest. I'm not carrying around your sign. I don't like wearing logos. Personal opinion. Well, these casinos, some of these corporations, they act like their workers are their property. And, you have a right to be an individual. I'm not nobody's billboard. So what's going on today? What do you guys want to talk about? Charlie's probably in class. Okay. He can chat for 5-10 minutes and then he's gone. Then, maybe an hour later, he'll get in for another 5-10 minutes. He's a friend of the show, but he fits us in. The good thing about this show is you don't have to sit and watch it for 2 solid hours. Most people jump in for 15-20 minutes. Hit and run. Say what you got to say and get going. Yeah, I do not have red hair. It's bad lighting again. It's all my fault. I'm in charge of the lighting. Any production issues, you got to blame on me. I'm the only person doing this shit. Hey, I take the credit bad, whether it's going good or going bad. I got to take the credit myself. It's all me. So what's going on with you guys today? They raised the reward for Nancy Guthrie. It's up to 100,000 now. Anybody want to go to Tucson and we'll find this woman? She's got to be in the local area, and that's not that big of a town. I haven't looked up what their population is, but it can't be much more than 100, 150,000. I'm thinking she's got to be in an abandoned property that still has power and water hooked up. She's got to be within an hour drive of her home. I can't see them driving with her tied up in the car longer than an hour. Too much time spent at risk when you're mobile. It's just like drug runners. You're not at risk when you're stationary. It's when you're moving. Most of the smart people I know went to riding Greyhound buses or city buses to deliver their drugs. Buses don't get pulled over by the police. They don't get searched. When they kidnapped her, they would have been driving to, get to the place where they're stashing her, and it's got to be relatively close. It's got to be near fast food. They have to be going through a fast food drive-through every day to feed this woman. They are not the type of people that are going to cook for her. These are not caring and considerate people. They're kidnappers. There's no way they are cooking her a meal. And they need to keep her alive because they ain't got their 6 million in Bitcoin yet. I would say that they've got to be keeping her probably at an abandoned commercial building that has some type of underground area. Still has water and power going to it, but it's not going to be in a residential area. It's got to be an abandoned commercial property. Personal opinion. I don't have any knowledge. I'm just guesstimating, but as far as the kidnapper himself, I think it's someone that is highly educated. My guess would be a realtor or a broker, someone very familiar with the local area. I'd say a white male, former athlete. Probably 55 or older would be my guess. Judging from the way that they moved on the Ring camera, I'm thinking it's someone that was an athlete but now is older. Probably a real estate broker that's not good, that's not making any sales, got desperate. Just guessing. But if I was in the Tucson area, I'd be looking for this woman every day. $100,000 reward? You betcha. $100,000 is enough to change your life. I would say this person that they're after is in sales and not very good at it. And I would think that this is probably his first crime of any significance. I think he's highly educated because the note, the ransom note, the original one was it was structured perfectly. Somebody that's college educated wrote it. Punctuation was all right. The paragraphs set up were all right. They were all in line. It's got to be somebody that had 4 years of college. But I would say that, they were driven to crime by financial pressures. But don't have criminal experience. That's my personal opinion. So what do you guys got going on this weekend? What are your plans? I don't recommend air travel anymore. Well, there's no telling what could happen. You could fly into a town and get harassed by ICE. No thanks. America's not as safe as it used to be, in my opinion. Well, these ICE agents aren't following the U.S. Constitution. They are attacking innocent bystanders. They are the aggressors. They are the ones that are using lethal weapons. They are the ones that are wearing masks. I think they're all scared, and they get into small groups, and it gives them a false bravado. They're using aggressive anger, gang mentality. Not good. Not professionalism. Let's leave it at that. I'm loving doing this. The show, I like it. It was nice to hear from Charlie again. Got some friends of the show from a couple of months ago that I haven't heard from lately. I worry about them once in a while. I'm thinking on this Nancy Guthrie. I'm thinking maybe the FBI should be getting surveillance footage from fast food restaurants that are on the outskirts of town near industrial areas. The industrial areas of town aren't, they don't have Ring doorbells. But I think Nancy's running out of time. I'm really not familiar with the Tucson area. I've driven by it, you know. I I don't remember ever spending any time there. I spent time in Phoenix. I spent time in Kingman, Arizona, but not Tucson. The Flagstaff area, yeah. I spent 5 years when I was young. I spent 5 years hitchhiking around the country. The internet hadn't been invented yet. So if you wanted to see what these places looked like, you had to go there. I considered it not an exciting area down there. There wasn't much there. So what do you guys got in mind for the weekend? What's going on with you? Like and subscribe the channel if you could. It pleases you, YouTube, for some reason. I don't understand it. They don't tell me who they're putting my show in front of. I don't know. I think a couple of people have told me that they found me in their recommended category, but I would think that eventually they'll figure this show out. We've been doing it for 5 months now. So they'll figure it out and they'll get us in front of the people that we need to be in front of eventually. Well, I got to believe they're better at doing what they're doing than I am doing what I'm doing. Just a guesstimation, but I'm excited. It's Friday. Friday shows are generally the best. It generally goes the fastest. I'll just look up and boom. Yeah, I have no real plans for the weekend. I'm just going to lounge around. But if it stays nice like this, 38 degrees I saw out there today, I can go for a walk in the park and not have to wear 10 pounds of winter clothes, not have to be wearing boots. That's the tough part about winter in Michigan. You got to put on all these damn layers. When I go out to breakfast with the family on Tuesday mornings, we generally lounge around there for like 2 hours. In that 2 hours time, I generally take off my coats, put my coats on, go out and smoke, come in, take off my coats, put my coats on, go out and smoke. It's an ordeal. It's hard work. You guys are probably too young to remember. We used to be able to smoke in a restaurant. Okay. You used to be able to smoke on airplanes too. That's before our society made cigarette smokers, into society's whipping boys. I think they're just starting. I think that society is going to come after fat people for eating cheesecake. You're going to go into a restaurant and be overweight, and they're going to tell you, you got to eat that outside. It's an exaggeration, I'm sure, but they're trying to micromanage people. Well, it's like all these states that want to keep marijuana as being illegal. What a waste. Those same people go down to the bar and sit and have a beer, but they tell you can't smoke a joint. They want to micromanage you, not themselves. Well, that's my opinion, anyways. Feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. I think they're absurd, trying to tell people what to do, how to live their lives. I don't think it's any of their damn business what we do. You can't get quality of life standing around nitpicking all your neighbors. Every time you nitpick your neighbors, you think you got away with something. All you did was teach your neighbor that they got a right to nitpick you. It's absurd. It's like America forgot how to leave people alone. You know what I mean? That's why I'm always talking about tolerance of your fellow human being. Leave them alone. Who gives a shit what they do? If you want to go out in your backyard and build something, why do I care? But nowadays, these people are using drones to spy over their neighbor's fence to see what they're doing in their backyard. It's none of your damn business. Leave them alone. Nobody wants to cut people slack anymore. I don't believe that anyone has the right to tell me what to do. I just don't. If I want to waste my life, let me waste it. If you want to spend your whole life doing one constructive thing after another, go ahead, knock yourself out. What do I care? Personal opinion. I mean, feel free to jump in the chat and disagree, but I don't care what the hell people do. I focus on what I do. Okay. I focus on my actions. I try to micromanage myself, not other people. My personal opinion is live and let live. And I have a great relationship with all my neighbors. I don't give a shit what they do. It's none of my business. I don't care. It's like when I go to the park, I don't care what those people do either. I go for a walk in the park and I see some teenagers standing on top of a picnic table. I don't care. It don't bother me. Do whatever the hell you want. I see people walking dogs, you know. If you want to spend your day walking around behind a dog picking up his crap, go right ahead. Don't bother me. I'm not going to spend my day walking a dog. I'd rather walk myself. At some point, it becomes a chore, another errand that you have to run, in my opinion. But I can barely take care of myself. Okay. That's because I just don't care. I know people that cook for their dogs. Seriously. I don't cook for anybody but me anymore. My kids are grown and gone. My days of responsibility like that have ended. Last night I had chicken breast and baked potato for dinner. Yeah, my mind just changed subjects. I mean, instantly. It's amazing how that works. So what do you guys got going on this weekend? Somebody's got to have plans. I don't, but somebody else does, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll probably wrangle up some kind of lunch for Crumbleina tomorrow because she deserves it. No, I don't mean cook for her. I mean buy lunch for her, like Chinese food or pizza or something, you know. Yeah, I'm burning down the house. Of course. I'm a bit of a klutz. Don't let it bother you. I don't let it bother me. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I'm thinking I should look up commercial real estate listings in the Tucson area. You used to be able to go to the power company and ask about a property's power bills, what they average. It would seem to me that if the property was vacant and then they kidnapped Mrs. Guthrie and put her in there, that the power bill had to go up, but the property's still vacant. Would seem to be a tell to me. If you could look at all the commercial properties and their power bill, has it increased over the last couple of weeks, their usage? I don't think this criminal is thought this through, or he wouldn't have kidnapped anyone. It would seem that, that's not the road you want to go. It's a criminal activity. Most intelligent people don't want to commit crimes because when you get caught, you have to go to jail. Okay. And maybe I'll do that while I'm watching Tom Grossi tonight. Well, I'm assuming he's going to have his Q&A tonight, but his charity stream starts on Sunday, so maybe not. But if he has a Q&A, I generally watch it on Friday nights. Sometimes I have a beer, kick back and relax. But then I get on my computer and I start, doing research and whatnot. Well, for $100,000 reward, I think I could search online and try to find a property and take my best guess. But I got to believe that she's somewhere, within, a 10-minute drive of fast food. And it's probably in an industrial neighborhood versus a residential neighborhood that she's being held. The FBI at this point appears to be grasping at straws. They don't. Well, let's just say I don't think Kash Patel is the brightest bulb in the lamp. His direction seems to be inconsistent at best. Well, he's the one that deleted half the Epstein files. He testified to that under oath. Okay. Just another one of those scumbags. Well, I lost a lot of respect for these people when I read the Epstein files. The fact that that went on for 30 years in this country and all of those people knew about it and did nothing. They allowed it to continue. 1,200 victims that we know of. It's just disgusting. The U.S. government is liable as far as I'm concerned. They haven't prosecuted any of these people. They had the leads. They had the intelligence reports. They knew what was going on for all 30 years. Epstein's New Mexico property, they never even searched it. And they knew that he was taking the girls there. But they never even searched that property. By design, they said, no, don't look over here. To me, that, is proof of their guilt. The CIA, Mossad, foreign intelligence services were all involved. But I believe that the reason they're not releasing the financial documents is because the CIA was paying him. They thought this is a treasure trove of information. He can get compromise on all of these foreign government officials. They wanted to be able to blackmail these foreign dignitaries. That's why they set the whole thing up. And that's why they've been covering up for it for in excess of 30 years, 3 decades. These people are all pathetic. Personal opinion. I mean, feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. But these people are scumbags. They're right up there with Nancy Guthrie's kidnapper, right? Heartless son of a bitch. Attack an 84-year-old woman. Yeah, I should have done a poll today. I don't even know what happened with yesterday's poll. I never ended it. Let me see if I can start a poll. All right. Do you think Nancy Guthrie is still alive? All right. There's a poll. Do you think Nancy Guthrie is still alive? I'll figure this crap out eventually. Yesterday I did a poll, but I ended the poll. I don't know what happens when I'm assuming that once the live stream ended, it ended the poll, but I'll have to look it up and see if I can't find out what I'm doing. Just another minor detail, no big deal. I hope she's still alive. I really do. Well, I was kind of hoping that the poll would help people get into the chat, but I really don't know. But yeah, for $100,000 reward, I think I got to look up the map and see what information I can find online. And it would be interesting. Well, I got to figure that there can't be that many commercial or industrial buildings that are vacant in that town. I'm sure there's some, but how many could there be? Personal opinion, you know? It's like my disclaimer of the year here. My personal opinion. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I'm hoping. Well, TMZ was coming up with something. They had some kind of an angle. I couldn't stay. I had to start the live stream, so I couldn't stay on TMZ and see what their latest revelation was. But I think it's real interesting that TMZ didn't get the second ransom note. I think it means they didn't like the coverage that it got. They sent one of the first ones to TMZ, but not the second. Evidently, they didn't like that coverage. They liked the local coverage better, so they sent the second one to a local TV station. But yeah, Nancy Guthrie is on my mind, that's for sure. I'll probably dink around a little bit with it tonight, see if I can come up with anything. Hopefully I'll come up with a solid guess, something that makes sense to me. But I'm figuring that they got to have this woman underground somewhere. And in the desert, there aren't basements. So it's got to be an industrial building or commercial building of some type that would have a basement or a lower level. We'll see. See what I can come up with. I just hope that they get her alive, you know. Hope that she gets returned to her family safe. That's all we can do is hope for the best, right? There are a lot of heinous crimes in this world, and kidnapping a senior citizen is right up there with the top of the list as far as I'm concerned. I mean, what kind of an animal attacks a little old lady? And the fact that they found her blood on her front porch. Well, get her back safe and then focus on catching the guy that did it. But I honestly believe he's college educated, and I honestly believe that this kidnapper is not experienced. But he's got to be feeding her fast food. He needs to keep her alive, so he's got to feed her. It's a shame, but I think she's running out of time. But the FBI appears to be clueless. These guys. All right. The Vaughns. Welcome back. Vaguely. Aren't you the guy with the pink shoes standing behind the yellow line? I'm kidding. How are you? The Vaughns, you were in UK, weren't you? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I remember. I don't smoke that much pot. I smoke just enough. So I was thinking about writing some music lyrics for public domain. What's your opinion on that? I'm thinking just a small collection of videos, and I was thinking I would entitle the playlist A Line at a Time. And just have, I don't know, maybe a couple of dozen, 24, 25 lyrics, and publish it and see what happens. But I want to make it for public domain so that anyone can use it. And hopefully I could hear my lyrics on the radio sometime. My next live will be Monday afternoon at 3 Eastern Standard Time. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself. Have a good one. And thanks for voting in the poll. I appreciate you. It's nice to have people coming in and out. I love it. It's what I used to do back in the day. I jump into a chat room for 10, 15 minutes and then go do something else. Sometimes you're on the computer and you're just getting bored. So you can jump in a chat room and change things up. I like it. Always have. That's kind of why I started a chat room. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe these song lyrics for public domain give me something to do that's creative. Every night when I go in and I do my dishes, I always start singing to myself. I start writing song lyrics. While the water's running. I don't know why. It's just they click into my head. And a lot of times it'll be a repeat of the ones from last night. And when they repeat in my brain, I'm thinking those might be good lyrics. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I can just put a group of them together and throw it in a playlist and post it. I'll just call the playlist One Line at a Time, music lyrics for public domain. Let anybody use them any way they want to use them. Free. When I was writing song lyrics for my band, I didn't have any control. So I never got to hear published music with my own lyrics in it. If I release my lyrics for public domain, anybody can use them, and maybe somebody uses my lyrics in a hit song. I think that would be cool. I don't need to get paid for it. It just seems to me that it would be neat. I need to make more content to get more viewing hours and more subscribers. And if I'm writing them every night when I'm doing dishes, that means I could come up with 7 a week. I do dishes every night. They're always different, but sometimes I get a recurring one. 2, 3 days in a row, I'll be stuck on the same lines. And I think I'm going to do it. I'll probably try it this weekend, see how it goes. My voice sucks, though. I mean, I don't know how to sing. So, never had a singing lesson, not once. You know, give me another project. So, what's on your mind? What do you guys want to talk about? We've had a couple people in the chat today. Feel free to jump in there. Change the subject anytime you want. This show does not have a script. I don't have an agenda. The guest stars are the people in the chat. They determine what we talk about. Every day I get on here, I'm just winging it. Okay. I don't have a plan. On purpose, I don't have a plan. I don't want to put my thumb on the scale and say, oh, we have to talk about politics, or we have to talk about this, or we have to talk about that. I don't know what's on your mind. I don't know what your priorities are. We can talk about anything you want. Back in the day, I was in Vegas working in the table games, and people would come by, sit down, play blackjack or craps or roulette or whatever for a half an hour, and I'd get to shoot the breeze with them, and I enjoyed that. Then when I retired, I kind of missed all that contact with all those people. Meeting them, finding out where they're from, what's on their mind. I considered it almost educational. I liked it. I used to have people would sit down and introduce themselves and play blackjack for an hour, get up and leave, and 3 months later come walking in, sit down at my table, and I could turn to them and I'd say, Bob, how you doing? Haven't seen you in 3 months. Kind of what just happened with the Vaughns. I think he was in maybe 2 weeks ago. Nice guy. In the United Kingdom. And he's a member of a band. Yeah, I'm going to take his advice, and I'm going to do this a line at a time. See if that doesn't get me more noticed in the algorithm. I don't see anybody doing anything for public domain. Everybody's doing everything for profit. I can't make profit right now. My channel's not monetized. So, you know. My original plan when I was first designing this show in my head was going to be for writing music lyrics. during the course of the process of learning how to do everything, I changed it. I widened it so that I could be welcoming to more people other than just songwriters. There are a couple of people that are writing songs online, but they're not for public domain. I know that I think 2 Chainz was doing it for a while. Songwriting is hard to do an entire song, but an individual line, relatively easy, in my opinion. But yeah, I'll come up with something. Every night when I'm doing dishes, that's what I'm doing while I'm doing the dishes, is I'm writing lyrics. And if I'm doing it 7 nights a week, that means I can come up with 28 one-liners a month. Minimum. And what happens if I get 2 or 3 different lines in one night, you know? If I can come up with 30 lines a month, I might have something. It's interesting. I want to do all original content. I don't want to copy anybody else's stuff. I want all original stuff. That's what I, get with these live streams, is it's all original. You can't script this kind of stuff. I think that's what's good about it. Nobody ever knows what's coming. You can get in here 5 days a week and be surprised every day at what we're talking about, what's going on. I like that myself. Whatever you're thinking, jot it down. Throw it in the chat. We'll discuss it. If I'm talking about something else and you want to change the subject, feel free. I'll pivot on a dime. I don't have an agenda. The main thing I try to always go back to is unity. Tolerance of your fellow man. Live and let live. Go along to get along. Tolerate, don't hate. It's like we forgot how to tolerate one another in this country, in the United States, I'm talking. It's like we forgot how to just ignore someone, We do more trolling than we do ignoring, in my opinion. Normal human behavior, humans lash out. But lashing out has its limits. You can stand in your front yard and yell at your neighbors all you want. It's legal. But you can't hit them in the mouth. That's not illegal. Or that is illegal, right? It's not legal. That would be assault. That would be a crime. You would get arrested and go to jail. There's boundaries. Here in the United States, we have freedom of speech. And it's like people are taking that to an extreme and thinking it's a freedom to force a confrontation. That's not the case. But you can't nitpick other people. You can't tell them how to run their lives. You can't tell them what choices to make. Let them make their own choices and mind your own business. It's my opinion. That's why I get along so well with Crumbleina. She don't care what I do. She don't. She accepts me even with all my flaws. And I have many. Well, Crumbleina doesn't smoke. I don't hold it against her. She doesn't chastise me about smoking. Ever. She just gets past it. Tolerates it. Which is what I'm talking about. Just tolerate another human being. It doesn't matter what they do. Doesn't matter how they vote. Doesn't matter what church they go to. Doesn't matter what kind of clothes they wear. It's none of my business. I think the world would be a much calmer place if we'd all just leave each other alone. Stop trying to nitpick your neighbor. Stop trying to micromanage everyone's life. Focus on your life and your choices, the future that you're building. If somebody asks for your opinion, that's a different story. But what I see now, this Karenicity, what I see is people are trying to tell people how to park their cars. It's them that gets the ticket. It's them that gets towed. Ignore it. Find something else to do. Gosh. Leave people alone. Personal opinion. That's all I got, you know. But every time you try to nitpick somebody else, you try to tell them how to run their life. What you're doing is you're training them that they can in turn tell you how to run your life. And you don't want that. You don't want anyone, a stranger, telling you what to do. In my opinion, it's a waste of time, a waste of your energy, a waste of your thought process. You do whatever you want to do. I'll do whatever I want to do. If we find ourselves doing the same things, we could do them together, but it's not required. On this planet, there's only one human race, one group of people. It's a very large group. It contains all political, all races, all religions, all genders, all everything. One human race. That's what we got. Every time I turn on TV, I see a news channel or somebody trying to divvy us up into these subgroups. That is not to our benefit. The Vaughns are back. All right. Divvying people up into subgroups is so that you can manipulate and control them. There's only one human race. I don't care if you're from United Kingdom or from Florida. You're still part of the same human race. There's just the one group. All these little subgroups that you want to divvy people up into is for control and manipulation purposes only. You get nothing else for it. One human race. That's what we got. You're a part of it, whether you like it or not. And we are the only race on planet Earth that can fix things. The bears can't fix things. The wolves can't fix things. The bunny rabbits can't fix things. Mice can't fix things. Human beings can fix things. We can repair things. It separates us from the animals. I like dolphins and whales, but they can't fix things. Only human beings can fix things. The easiest way for human beings to fix things is to work together, to be on the same team, to be in one group. You don't have to agree with every human being. You don't even have to like every human being. What you need to do is tolerate other human beings. Just get along. You got to be able to work together, because when you work together, human beings collaborate and they build things. They repair things. If you have a task, any task, the best thing you can do is get other human beings to help you. As soon as you do, you lighten your own workload and you speed up your rate of success. You want to build a house by yourself? Go ahead. A lot of hard work. Grueling hard work. Get other human beings to help you build that house. You will achieve your goal faster and you won't have to work as hard. The solution to your problems, whatever your problems are more human beings on your team. I don't care what your goal is. It doesn't matter what your task is. It's always the same solution. If you get more human beings on your team, you achieve your goals faster. Almost everything you see is not done by one person. Streets weren't built by one guy. Telephone poles weren't put in by one guy. Wiring, not one guy. A group of people. A team. Cars, do you know how many human beings make one car? A lot. Those parts had to be designed. All those human beings that went into designing one car, it wasn't one guy. Human beings collaborate, they work together. That's why we have cities. Okay. You have cities so that you have quality of life. When you have quality of life, it's because you have many options to choose from. If you live in Lordsburg, New Mexico, and it's Friday night, February 13th, and you wanted to go out to dinner, what do you got in Lordsburg? Maybe 10, 15 restaurants. Lordsburg's a small town. Not many options. Whereas if you lived in New York City on Friday night, the 13th of February, and you wanted to go out to dinner, you have thousands of options. Quality of life. When you go to the grocery store to go shopping, does the grocery store offer several different brands of the same product? Yes, they do. That gives you options. Those options are your quality of life. We have several different grocery stores in my town. I have options of where I go and shop. Gives me quality of life. Gas stations. Quality of life. I can go to the low-priced one, or I can go to the convenient one. Quality of life. I have more choices. I have more options. I have better quality of life. It's to my advantage every time. It's not to my disadvantage. It would be to my disadvantage if there was only one restaurant that we could all go to and it was busier than sin. No, thank you. I'd rather have 1,000 different choices. That enhances the quality of my life. The more choices I have, it's easier for me to find what I want. Not what you want, but what I want. But at the same time that I want to go for Italian, you may want to go for Chinese. These options are our quality of life. These people that are on TV telling you to hate your neighbors, to fear them, they're wrong. They're dead wrong. You need to respect your neighbors. They give you your quality of life. You have automobile problems. You need those guys that repair automobiles. If you need groceries, you need those guys that work in the grocery stores. You're relying on them. They're giving you quality of life. You don't know their names. You don't know who the hell those people are, but you got no reason to hate them. You're able to rely on them. You can depend on them. You know for a fact right now, Friday, 4:30 Eastern, you know for a fact all these stores are open. All of those people are on the job every day. you can rely on them, you can depend on them, and you do depend on them. They're a major part of your life. If they were gone, you would have a lesser quality of life. If they weren't there, if those options weren't there, how would you get your food? You need those people, and they've already proven themselves to be reliable. They've already proven to be dependable. You need those other human beings. You don't know them, but you rely on them every single day. Those other human beings are what's giving you your quality of life. So tell me again why you're supposed to hate them, why you're supposed to fear them. If they're giving you your quality of life, if they're widening your number of options, enhancing your life with all those options, why are you supposed to hate them again? You're not. You don't need to hate them when you're relying on them every day. When I get up and I go hit the light switch, my power comes on. If it shuts off, I pick up my phone and I call the power company and I say, hey, my power's off. Will you fix it? Boom, they get right on it. Johnny on the spot. They're going to get right on it. They're going to repair my power. I don't know their names. Why are you telling me I need to hate them again? It makes no sense. They're dependable. I need to respect them. I also want them to respect me. These people that you see on TV that are telling you to hate one another, to fear one another, are not your friends. You need to tolerate and respect your neighbors. Not hate, tolerate. There's a difference. You cannot hate someone without having an uncontrolled fear of them. And fear is something we must all control. If you can't control your fears, you can't walk out your front door. If you can't walk out your front door, how do you have quality of life? You don't. There's no prize for hating people. There's no reward for being the most hateful person on the planet. You get nothing for it. You don't need to hate people. You need to learn to tolerate people. Allow them to be different than you are. Allow them to make different choices than you choose to make. You got no business chastising your neighbor. You depend on him every day. You just don't realize it. You don't know him. You don't know his name. If you knew his name, you wouldn't hate him. You need to tolerate your fellow human being just as much as you need your fellow human being to tolerate you. Okay? Get along with one another. You do not have to agree. You don't even have to like each other. But you do need to tolerate one another. When humans can tolerate one another, they can work together. When you tolerate enough to work together, you can build phenomenal things. Take a look at the skyline outside your front door. Everything that you see that is built was built by human beings before you that put their differences aside and worked together. You need your fellow man. He gives you your quality of life. He gives your life options that you could not have without him. You rely on him. He relies on you. You depend on him. He depends on you. Maybe you're the guy that works at the electric company and keeps the electric on for all of us. Bless your heart. You're doing a fine job. You deserve kudos from me, not hatred, not me lashing out. You deserve respect. I deserve respect. Tolerate your fellow human being. Don't get caught up into this subgroup stuff. They're lying to you. They're trying to control and manipulate you. They want to divvy you up into subgroups over and over and over again so that they can use your fears to control and manipulate you. Right now in America, every time you turn on your TV, you're going to find I'm the only one that's telling you to unify with your fellow man. I'm trying to tell you guys you're all on the same team, like it or not. One human race. They want to divvy you up into subgroups, Democrats versus Republicans. And they tell each group the same thing. Those other guys are out to get you, man. They're plotting against you. They hate your guts. You should lash out at them first. Don't give them a chance. Don't give them a chance to have the upper hand. Lash out at them. Confront them. Battle them. Why? I need them. I need the people at the power company to be dependable. Not just the Republicans and not just the Democrats. I need all of the people at the power company to be dependable, and they are. So tell me again why I'm supposed to hate them? Because they vote differently than I do? Because they look different than I do? Because they speak different than I do? No thanks. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it because it's not the truth. The truth is there is one human race on this planet, and we all need each other. We all depend on each other. We all rely on each other every single day. Common sense tells you Don't let them divvy you up into subgroups. Don't let them play you against the other. It's not to your advantage. If you listen to me and unite with all your fellow human beings, if you realize that you are on one team, it will scare the hell out of all those people that are trying to split you up into subgroups. All these people that are trying to play you against one another, they're not your friends. They're the bad guys. Think about it. I mean, feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. But I'm telling you, the only ones that can fix the problems that we have on planet Earth are the human beings. The rabbits ain't gonna fix nothing. The frogs ain't gonna fix nothing. Turtles, cute as they are, ain't gonna fix anything. But the human beings are. The easiest way for the human beings to fix things is to collaborate with other human beings and work together. It's a simple equation. 1 + 1 = 2. The more people you have on your team, the lighter your workload and the faster you achieve all your goals. It doesn't matter what the goals are. It doesn't matter what the task is. Human beings can fix it. They can solve it. I like dogs and cats, but dogs and cats can't repair planet Earth. The only ones that got a shot are the human beings. The only way that human beings can accomplish these tasks is by working together. When human beings get together and collaborate, they build great things. They repair things. They make it all better. They give your life options. Those options are your quality of life. If you're the last man on earth, you don't have any options other than to go to work. You'd have to do everything yourself. You need those other human beings and you want them to be on the job. And guess what? They are on the job every single day. Get over it. I'm telling you, if your TV is telling you to hate human beings, they're not on your side. They're trying to divvy you up into subgroups where you don't belong. One race, one planet. You can fantasize all you want, but that's all there is. You can fantasize that there's other races, but there aren't. You can fantasize about the subgroups, but they mean nothing. You can fantasize that there's other planets, but there aren't. You need this planet. You need the human race. Both give you a quality of life. You need both. You need clean air to breathe. You need clean water to drink. You need crops to grow. You need your fellow human beings. Whether you realize it or not, they are your best friend. You just don't know their name yet. That's my opinion. In my opinion, your fellow human being is your salvation. He's the answer. He's part of the solution to all of your problems. Get him on your team, and it is to your advantage. If all the Democrats welcomed all the Republicans, they could achieve all their goals. They want to make it an exclusive club. Oh, no, those Republicans can't come in and play with us. Why? How is that to your advantage? That's to your disadvantage. If I'm telling you you can't be on my team, how is that helping me? I need more people on my team, not less. The more people on my team, the less I have to work, and the sooner I achieve all my goals. Plain and simple. The secret of life: get more people on your team. You speed up your success. You can build things. If you want to stand around and hate people just because you don't know them, go ahead, but you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're never going to get them on your team helping you if you're chastising them. All of us, all human beings, have core things in common. We all had a mother and a father. We all love our families. We all want our children to have a better life than we've had. We've got so many similarities, so much common ground, that it's actually easy for us to work together. It's actually harder to find the things that we are different in. The show is called Afternoon Chat. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. The stars in the show are the people in the chat. Today's show featured the Vaughns out of the United Kingdom and Charlie Ratner, who I believe is in Tennessee. Might need a memory check on that one. I believe it's Tennessee. This is a free show. There's no script. There's no agenda. If you want us to talk about something, jump in the chat. We can discuss it. If you don't want to chat, you're not required to. I appreciate all the viewers anyways, whether they chat or not. I do need to ask people to like and subscribe. That will help the YouTube with their algorithm sort this channel out, get us in front of more people, which is something we need. Go figure, we need more people on our team. Think about it. It's not required, but if you could, I would appreciate it. I'm not running for political office. I'm not on any other platforms other than YouTube. I'm not trying to become an online influencer. I'm not trying to talk you into anything other than toleration of your fellow human beings. I'm sorry I'm the only one on TV that's telling you this. These people that are trying to separate you into subgroups and push you into conflict with one another, they are not your friends. They are not the good guys. The good guys would do just what I'm trying to do. Let you know that you need your fellow human beings. You rely on your fellow human beings, and your fellow human beings rely on you. You are a valued member of the team. We all are. We all deserve respect. You don't have to agree on every little thing. You don't even have to like each other. But you need to tolerate one another. Just enough to work together. Just enough to live together. You don't need to micromanage people. You don't need to nitpick your neighbors. You need to give them space. Let them choose their own path in life, and you choose yours. These people that are telling you to hate one another are wrong. They are not doing you a service. They're doing you a disservice. You need your fellow human beings so that your life has more options. When you walk out your front door, there are more things to do if there are more humans around. If you're living in the middle of nowhere, 50 miles from your nearest neighbor, when you walk out the door, there's nothing for you to do except your chores, your work. When you live in a community, a large city, you walk out your front door, you have many options. There are thousands of things you could do. Those options give us all quality of life. Those options enhance your life and make it much more joyful. When you walk out your front door, you can go bowling. You can go to the gun range. You can go dancing. You can go to the bar. You can go to a restaurant. You can go to work. You can go to the lake. You can do any number of things. And you can rely on all those people working at all those jobs for you. They make your life better. So tell me again why I'm supposed to hate my neighbor? Just because he votes different than I do? I ain't buying it. I'm not going to hate him. I get nothing for my hate. There is no prize. There is no reward. So I refuse to hate this man. I respect the man. I'm glad he's there. I'm glad he's on the job. If he takes real good care of me, I might give him a tip. I'm telling you. It's just the kind of guy I am. don't hate, tolerate. It's to your advantage to tolerate. It is to your advantage to respect your neighbor. You don't have any reason to fear him. He's not sitting around plotting against you. Those people that are telling you he is are lying to you. They're just trying to manipulate you and control you, divvy you up into the subgroup that you don't want to be in. One planet, one human race. Get used to it. It's all we got. All right. With that said, I want everybody to have a good, safe weekend. Okay. Pray for Nancy Guthrie. Okay. Pray for her. Let's get her home safe. She's 84 and she's scared. If you can't pray for her, who can you pray for? Personal opinion. I want to thank everyone that was in today's show, everyone that watched today's show. We'll be back on Monday at 3 Eastern Standard Time. I'm Ghost Mostly. I appreciate you. Find some joy in your life. Find someone to love. I dare you. It's my personal belief, if you're always nice to everyone, all that niceness, all that kindness will come back to you tenfold. All that said, have joy this weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. Be safe, be happy, be yourselves. Bye.